You see these? You see this under my eyes? Well, we're gonna try and make those disappear with the new Tarte Creamy Creaseless Concealer and Color Corrector. I am always excited when I can try a new concealer and a new color corrector because you never know what's around the corner, what will be best for you. And I will always, always, always do my very best to try everything that comes out. So, color corrector, concealer. Let's see what these guys can do. If you are new to my channel, hi, I'm Rhoda. Welcome. If you have returned, thank you so very, very much. I appreciate you more than you know. Let's get on with this video. As you know, my under eyes are my biggest problem among others, but that's the one that I really, really struggle with. I have very, very dark circles under my eyes. They're starting to sink in more and more every day. I am 51. It seems to be progressing at a very, very alarming rate. So let's try this Tarte concealer and corrector out. I'm not a Tarte girl. I'm gonna say that I'm really not a Tarte girl, but I might be after this video. You never know. Let's check it out. Typically, when I try a new concealer, I do not try it with any sort of color corrector so that I can see how it performs without any help. But because this has been released with a companion color corrector, I'm going to use this on one side of my face, and then on the other side of my face I will use only the concealer, and then we'll see what the difference is. On my face currently I have the Dior foundation stick, which I have been loving. I did recently review this, but obviously I am going to continue to try it, so then when I do a roundup I can give you my final thoughts. But I'm going to tell you right now, nothing's changed. This is an absolutely beautiful foundation stick. And what I've found is I don't need a lot of it, just a very, very thin layer. You don't want to build it up too much. And I'm loving it. I really am loving it. This is shade 2.5N. There was some controversy about the shade that I used in that foundation in my comments. I honestly think it's my first trolling situation. But, you know, it's okay. Whatever. Everyone can think whatever they want to think. I always have been and always will be very respectful in the comments, and I would very much appreciate the same from everybody else. We're talking about makeup here. We are not saving lives. You agreeing on whether or not a shade matches me, or is too light for me, or is too dark for me, or whatever the case may be, I mean, let's not fight about that, right? Let's just not do that. We are all human beings. We come to this platform to find out about new products, to see how they perform. I am here because I love makeup. I love it so much, and I want to share it with all of you. I always will be very, very frank and very, very honest about what I'm seeing and how I feel about a product. And that is definitely my promise to you. I will never, ever in 1,000,000 years say that something is one way when it's another. I have eyes and I have a mirror, and I can see what I see, and what I see is what I let you know. And that is all. I'm not trying to sell anything here. I am literally here just sharing my joy for makeup, and I hope that you enjoy this journey with me. Let's just move on and talk about this new color corrector and this new concealer, and we'll get into what their claims are, and then we'll put it on the face and see how it performs. Let's start with the color corrector. So these are the claims of this one. It is a creamy, creaseless corrector, like waving a magic wand to erase the appearance of dark spots, redness, and discoloration. That's all we need. That's all we really need in a color corrector. There's vitamin C, omega 3s, diamond powder. I am very much not sure how that's in here, and that's okay. I don't care. I just want to see how it performs. So it's in 5 shades. There's green to help neutralize redness, peachy, pink to help brighten darkness. There's peach, orange, and red to help neutralize dark under eyes. That's the category I fall under. And it's infused with Maracuja. Maracuja is, I think, my husband's Portuguese, and he told me that that means passion fruit. You know what? Let me ask my hubby. What does Maracuja mean in Portuguese?
Oh, maracujá. Oh, maracujá is passion fruit.
Oh, okay.
Carlos, maracujá é passion fruit. Maracujá não é passion fruit. Yeah, it's passion fruit.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, why?
Bye. Nothing.
Where
Don't worry about it.
Where are you?
I'm doing a video. Bye.
Bye.
I picked up the shade Peach because that's the one that I think would work best for me. And I am only going to apply it to one side of my face. The left side of my face, this side right here, has a lot more darkness around it. And so I'm going to use it on this side because it's the side that needs a little bit more love, you know, a little bit more help. And I want to help it out. Sephora 71 concealer brush, and I am going to spread this out. That is quite brightening. And I don't know if it's too, sometimes when I get a peach shade or like a pinky peach shade, it's a little bit too peachy or a little bit too pinky. But so far, well, I am seeing that a little bit here, but once the concealer goes on top of it, it should be okay. What I don't want is that ring of peach, that, you know, that peachiness coming through, and that's going to depend on how full coverage what the coverage of the concealer is. But for now, this is okay. This is okay. This is all right. It's not, you know, it's not my neutralizer pencil from Bobbi Brown. It is not my Natasha Denona neutralizer. I have a, you know what, not neutralizer, sorry, color corrector. I feel like this might be still a little bit too pink for me, but you know what? Live and learn, and we'll see. It's doing an okay job. It's doing an okay job, but I have, you know, the ring of pink around my eye, which is something I'm not too crazy about, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because I have a little bit of extra darkness right here, I'm going to add it right here as well. As you can see, there is definitely a brightening effect the second I add this color corrector. Now, it looks like someone punched me in the face, but you know what? We'll see. I'm reserving judgment. We are now going to move on to the actual concealer. I picked up the shade 29, and let me tell you a little bit about this concealer. There are 30 shades in this range. This is a creamy formula, full coverage, natural finish, smoother, brighter, creaseless. We'll see. Finish, 12-hour hydration, 12-hour wear time, which I think is logical. You know, this 24-hour claim and all that stuff. 12 hours, I think, for most people is quite enough. Waterproof, meant for the entire face. Actually, you can use it all over. And we'll see if I need to set it. Not sure. It's supposed to self-set. Not sure. We'll see. All right, like I mentioned, 29N, and I hope this is a good shade. And I will start applying it to this side where I have the color corrector that looks like I have some sort of disease on my eye. But you know what? That happens sometimes with the correctors. And you know what? I'm not going to put it on this side yet. I'm just going to blend it out on this side with a brush. BK Beauty N16. And oh gosh, I think I've put too much. I'm going to try and take the excess product off of my brush here and apply it to my lid. That's way too much. You do not need a lot of this product at all. Spreading very, very nicely. This is very, very nice. Very nice. I'm going to get a little bit more on my lid, but just on my first application here, just go lightly. Don't put too much because I found myself in a situation where it was just too much for my under eyes. So go lightly. I would even go as far as to say that if you are someone who's okay with putting product on the back of their hand, I would do that and then put that on. That's my first thoughts here. But let me put a little bit more up here. Just a tiny bit. That's it. Because I do want to get this on my lid, which I normally, that's what I do. I do put it on my lid and then set it with powder for any sort of, not foundation. What's the word? God, eyeshadow. Why am I holding my brush like this? I do that sometimes. And I notice that I'm holding my brush in a very weird way in my videos. I'm like, do I actually hold my brush that way? Maybe I do. I don't know. Whatever works, works. However you hold your brush, you hold your brush. This is quite smooth, very beautiful, lightweight. I do not feel heaviness, too much creaminess. I want to add a little bit more right here because I have a little bit of that corrector, that pink underneath. The pink that I had underneath is kind of peeking through and I don't like that. So that's one layer. I don't want to add like multiple layers. I just want to target my extreme dark areas. Like that's right there. Like this ridge that I have right here. I just want to go over that and I'm not going to take it all the way up. I'm just going to go over this area right here to make sure. See, I'm holding my brush like that again. Is it because I'm filming and I don't know. That looks very, very beautiful. It really does. I have to say I don't have much expectation of Tarte, and I don't know why. It's quite a bias based on what? I don't know. I don't know. But I was like, oh, you know what? Let me try it. It'll probably suck, but it's not sucking. It does not suck. It's actually very nice. Oh my goodness. So I mean, it's early days, I don't want to say, but this year, I don't want to jinx anything here, but it has been quite a successful concealer year for me. Like the Fenty concealer, I love so much. The Danessa Myricks, I love so much. And early days, obviously, for this one, I just literally applied it. But I can tell upon first application that I might actually love this concealer. I might. I don't know. 3 standout concealers in 2024? Unheard of. Not for these eyes. Okay, so here is the color corrector and the concealer on this eye. Nothing on this eye. I'm going to go ahead and put concealer on this eye alone without any help. And as I learned on this eye, very little goes a long way. I'm just going to put it right here, just for now. Same concealer brush, N16 from BK Beauty. Does this look brighter on this side without the color corrector? I'm seeing a lot more brightness right off the bat without the color corrector. At this point, I know I can add a little bit more right here and right there. And I'm going to do my eyelids, obviously, as well. So it's spreading out very nicely. It's quite a thin formula. It's liquidy, but not too liquidy, not too thick. Like it's easy to spread out, but it's not disappearing under my eye. It's staying put. And I am quite impressed with this concealer. Why am I speaking this way? I'm going to add a little bit more in this corner here where I have some darkness. And I think I'm going to add just a little bit a smidge more right there. Honestly, on first impressions, I'm going to have to take a closer look, but I think I like it better without the color corrector, to be honest with you, which is what? What? This is something I have not encountered before. Okay, so very first thoughts, very first thoughts. I may need a little bit of color correction in this area right here, but I like the way that my eye looks without the color corrector, the Tarte color corrector specifically. It still looks okay on this side, but I don't know if it makes any sort of difference at all, at all. Everything looks very smooth. I am creasing, I am noticing on my lid right here. A little bit of creasing in this fold that I have right there. I'm not too finicky about like the creasing when literally I'm sitting here with wrinkles on my eyes. Like I have to be objective about like what I'm working with, right? Like the fact that there was a little crease there where I actually have a crease in my eyelid, how is a concealer supposed to make that go away? It's not. We're talking about like the longevity of it and how it lays down, how it stays in place, if it migrates, if it moves, if it bunches up, all of that stuff. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not necessarily looking for creaseless. Creaseless is a term that is applied to a product to say that it's smooth. Not everybody has baby butt soft eyelids and under eyes, right? At least this is my opinion. So I don't care that it bunched up right here. That's not something that concerns me at all. Because before I apply powder, I will just make sure that it's all spread out and all even. I think anyone should make sure that they do that, no matter what. But I'm very much impressed right now, first impressions. And you guys, if you've been with me for a little while, you know I have this like a dry patch right here. It's actually like it's there. You can see it. But this concealer is not necessarily emphasizing it as much as others might, you know? Or maybe it's just getting better. I don't know. I don't want to put it on the concealer, or maybe just my skin's getting better, but it looks okay. I don't have any complaints right now. Just a quick little look on what we are looking like without any powder at all. Honestly, I did not expect anything great from this product. I really didn't. I don't know why. Why? Can you all see a difference at all between the side that has the color corrector on and the side that doesn't? I do not. Granted, my left eye, this one does have a little bit more darkness than this one, but literally, you know, they're both very dark. So, is that a fruit fly? What's it doing in my bathroom? I'm a little bit floored right now. I'm tempted to not powder at all, but I always do powder one side and not the other when I do a concealer review and I just want to stay consistent. All right, Givenchy Prisme Libre in 2 Satin Blanc. Hourglass dual-ended brush. And I think I'm going to powder the extra help side, the one that has the color corrector. Get that under the eyelid. Get that under the eye. Oh my God. Flip that over on the bigger side and just get the rest of my face. I'm going to powder the other side of my face, but not my under eye area. And my lid, because I'm going to do some shadow right now, but just my lid. I'm shooketh. I think I'm a little bit shooketh. I don't know. Okay. All right. Okay. So, I'm actually very surprised, and I don't know why that is, but I just am. I am. And I'm gonna finish the rest of my face and I will be back in a flash. Okay, well, I think I went a little bit overboard. Well, no, I didn't go overboard. This is how I was feeling today. So I used the Lisa Eldridge Sorcery palette for my eyes today. I think, did I go overboard? Did I? I don't know. I don't think so. This is what I was feeling today, and this is what I used. So it might be a little bit too much for a concealer review. Maybe. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. This is, I don't know. I'm kind of digging it. I'm digging it. Any Hoosers, why are we here? We are here for a concealer review. Well, so far, this is so good. As I mentioned, I see zero difference between the corrector side and the non-corrector side, but the day is young. I will be checking in with you and we will be tracking this concealer along throughout the day. Okay, so here we are about 5.5, 6 hours, like almost 6 hours in. I can tell you very, very confidently that this has not creased at all. Has it faded a little bit, just a smidge, but it's not something that's concerning me. It looks very, very natural to me. It's so very, very nice. Feels still very comfortable, like I'm not wearing anything. It doesn't look like heavy or cakey or anything like that. It looks very, 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 very beautiful, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Would I like a little bit more coverage? Just a little bit more coverage? Yes, but I think I could have built it up a little bit more based on what I saw when I was applying it. But look at how beautiful and natural this concealer looks. Well, it is the end of the day. We are at about 10 hours. And I do have to tell you, I have a smile on my face, and everything just looks so beautiful. It looks exactly how I applied it this morning. I think I totally could have built this up just a smidge more, but even with whatever I had applied this morning, it's still looking so, so beautiful. It has worn, yeah, that's the word. It has worn so, so beautifully. It's so lightweight. It feels like I have absolutely nothing on my face. Okay, I can't give a fair assessment about the color corrector because I used it with this concealer. This concealer looks exactly the same with or without color corrector. However, this is my eye that needs more work. Really hard to say, really hard to say. Let's just keep this to the concealer because I'm gonna have to test that color corrector out a little bit more. I can't really say right now at this point. So let's keep it contained to the concealer. So I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am floored. I'm floored. I don't know why I'm apologizing. This is a beautiful, wonderful concealer. It applies beautifully. It wears beautifully. It's long lasting. What more do you want? I did not expect this at all. I really didn't. I don't know what I expected, but I'm really, really happy right now. It's so lightweight too. Like are you guys seeing this? Are you seeing this? Yes, I think I mentioned I could have built it up just a little bit more, just for a little bit more coverage. I am going to admit that, but I think it looks pretty spectacular. So A+ on the concealer. The corrector, I'm gonna have to use again. I really can't say, only because they look literally exactly the same. So did this do anything, or is it because it's on the eye that needs a little bit more help? I am going to test this one out. This concealer, I am going to test it out more because I cannot believe my eyes. I really, really can't. It's wonderful. This first impression is amazing. When I do my August new makeup roundup, this will definitely be in there. I'm going to use this. I'm going to dedicate my next makeup days to this concealer just so I can make sure that this isn't a fluky kind of day. Maybe it's my skin, maybe, I don't know. But like, I don't know why I'm so surprised. I am going to keep an eye on this. I'm going to continue to use it. But so far today, A+++, all the pluses for this concealer. Fantastical. That is it. That is all for this review and this video. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you found that helpful. Please do consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. That would be super amazing. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.